Welcome to StartupHakk. Today we're going to talk about the big question, should you quit your job? This is a question I get asked all the time by entrepreneurs. Should I quit my job and go full-time on the side gig? So let's go ahead and dig in and get started.
Welcome to StartupHakk. My name is Spencer Thomason. I am the CEO and co-founder of CleanRouter as well as many other products. Here are some lessons that I've learned building a successful business while challenging startup norms. My challenge is to push you to rethink startup success. Welcome to StartupHakk.
All right. So now a lot of times entrepreneurs want to start a side hustle. And so whether it's that they're seeking more money, whether it is they want to advance their career, whether it is that they want to be their own boss, whether it is they just think they have the next big thing, it's really common that I come with people who are like, should I quit my day job? And, you know, this question has been hammered over and over again. And so I want to just kind of give my take on this and my own opinion from many years of experience and twice quitting a lucrative day job to go full-time at a business and then still going back to running it as a side hustle. So, you know, one of the first things about it is that failure can benefit you. So when you're starting your own startup, failure is not an option. Like when it's your only source of income, unless you got a rich mom or dad who wants to just fund you through everything, but which 99% of us don't, then chances are that failure is just really not an option. So it forces you to make decisions for your business that sometimes may not be the wisest. For instance, just having to take money out of the business in the front when the business is just struggling to get off the ground. And so this failure, sometimes it forces you to make decisions on trying to generate revenue, to price higher, to do different things that can actually ultimately hurt your business. And so I've counseled with a lot of entrepreneurs that if you're genuinely really passionate about your idea, run it at night. Show yourself, prove yourself that you're really going to be all in. Best way to do that, you're going to be giving up a lot of free time. So I've often said that my hobbies are running my businesses, and that's true. My whole career, for all my time during startup, the majority has been at night. So the other time is you'll have more time to validate your business ideas. So it kind of goes back a little bit to the first, because if you're relying on your startup as your only source of income, you can't really play with pricing, you can't play with ideas. It's just about revenue. Whereas if it's a side hustle, you know, you can, and if you're making money on the day job and you're just doing this on the side, then you can spend more time and not be in such a hurry to work with customers, to change different prices, to give, you know, better entry-level offers. You know, it allows you just a lot more flexibility in things that you can make more mistakes and not have it completely affect your lifestyle. Next, you can more easily stake out premium positions in the marketplace. So I know sometimes the things that I do at my day job are benefiting me for my side hustle. And so it allows you to more easily focus those 40 hours that you're giving to your employer so that you can focus that, but you're still learning valuable skills and growing your career versus, you know, where almost 9 out of 10 startups fail within the first 2 years. And that doesn't always necessarily look good on a resume to, you know, for some no-name company, whereas instead you can be working a day job for a big name company, building your resume and still continuing to help further your career while still growing that side hustle at night. You can also fund valuable professional development for yourself. So by doing this, you're, you know, getting training on the job. I know as a developer, staying current on the day job, doing the latest and greatest, learning from other developers, learning from other dev managers, learning some of these things. And then I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing. I'll remember that. And then that night I'll go and dig in and learn on some new technology or something. So there's a lot of value that can come that way, so that you're not blinders on just, you know, hammering down through something, you know, that you get a rush to market. I know sometimes as a developer, sometimes the code that I write as a startup is a little more get her done, whereas when I'm developing for the day job, it's a little more thought through, architected well, because I know someone's gonna have to maintain it. Whereas for the startup, it's a little bit more of just get this done. Now we're a little bit past that at Clean Technology. We've been building software for over 12 years, and so now at this point we're building quality software. But I'm just talking about in the early days when we were really truly just trying to get off the ground. And lastly, when you do this, you're actually going to end up with a better quality of life. And let me just tell you about this. So in 2015, I quit my day job at GoDaddy, had a very good 6-figure salary, and I walked away from it. And for 2 years, I took maybe 50,000 out of the company trying to get it up off the ground. And, you know, at home, it's kind of tough when you're convincing your wife why this is important, convincing your kids why we're going without stuff. You know, I understand there's important principles and all of that, but at the end of the day, you know, you really still have to change your lifestyle to be working for a startup. And that's where doing both can really help, to where it can actually end up benefiting your lifestyle. And ultimately, in the end, one of the things I would ask is, you know, what are you willing to give up for this? And that's really the overarching question. What are you willing to give up to prove your business, to build it? Because in those hours of those hard times and those sleepless nights when you're grinding and working through your hard startup, that's when you're going to either know that you're going to make or break. Whereas if you're expecting a fat salary to start a thing because you got the next great idea, well, let me tell you, everybody's got great ideas. It's about execution, it's about sales, it's about marketing, and it's about getting in and grinding things out. And so ultimately, at the end of the day, you can prove to yourself, you can prove to everybody else, you can prove to investors. Even when we've run side hustles, I've still run investment rounds even while we've been working with as a side hustle, because it still shows to people how bad you want it, and they also know that the money they're investing in the business is truly going to go to the business and not just to you. So a lot of different things, but ultimately my advice to most entrepreneurs is get the side hustle to earn you enough to where you can comfortably leave the day job and without changing your lifestyle. And if you can do that, that's a good startup, and you should absolutely quit the day job then and go to get your startup. But ultimately, my advice is, until that time changes, or until you have a very critical point in which in order for it to change, you need full time, then my advice is keep grinding nights and weekends, keep hustling, contractors, like, you know the drill, and just get her done. So make sure you get your kids protected with the CleanRouter and the CleanPhone. These are fantastic tools to help you keep your kids safe online. And if you ever want any business coaching or counseling, reach out to me, hit me up in the messages, or my email's in the about link, and we'll talk to you next time.